In the absence of our beloved scribe, would someone else, who I assume is not going to be Matt, retell what happened last week?
I'm trying to remember where we left. I'm trying to remember where it began. I can remember the bits after that.
So if I recall, and jump in if I forget anything, the party had re-met with our dear friend, the Crow Assassin.
Yes.
In the tavern. Inqua had agreed to lend his aid in making what he thought was potions and other alchemical concoctions, while the rest of the party stayed the night at the inn after Chance regrouped after failing, kind of, to secure mercenary contracts. The group slept. We all had a shared dream where Sklad who did Sklad harm?
He was a kobold.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the owner of Grand Artifacts.
Yes.
I forget his name.
Anio the Grand.
Yes, Anio. We're like 95% sure is dead now because Sklad got angry.
Or more correctly, a massive hand that came out of the shadows crushed Anio's head. While Sklad
was angry.
Glared at you all. Sklad angry.
Yeah. So after Sklad's little temper tantrum, we all woke up. Some people
told thinking that.
Some people told others to get used to the nightmares, while others freaked out about this, and some tried to cope by thinking it was a completely different dream. Others just didn't give two shits. Then
Sonny finally banished himself.
Then we moved on to the race because that was going on, so we followed the crowd and everything across into this area that we are currently at, the racing platform, where the plan was that Ollie and Sunny were going to sell waffles to make money while we just kind of vibed here. Solas took that literally and just sat down and vibed. Whilst we found Inqua selling margaritas because, that was a very good use of his talents.
They were delicious.
Absolutely wonderful. Apparently very delicious and everything. Well, Sunny and Ollie got to work on their waffle making.
Ollie was socialiting to try and get everyone into waffles.
Yes, Ollie was then tried to go around and, be promoting their stall and everything. Well, Chance came over and began to help until got bored, and after Sunny couldn't agree on a price, he decided to leave. Talked to...
Sunny was perfectly fine on a price. He just didn't agree with Chance's pricing.
Then he, Chance left, went, talked to some of the racers. Not so subtly got told that if he killed somebody and made it look like an accident, he would be paid. So it's nobody's guess what he did.
So reformed.
Again.
So whilst everybody else was, cooking waffles, trying to sell them, or simply vibing in the universe, Chance aided a contestant in getting his racing airship, land ship, whilst basically being a yes man and got mildly insulted after getting told to get the diagonal paint.
That was it.
And then
Don't forget
in the end,
headlight fluid.
sabotaged the vehicle, and then the races began. Which ended in who was that one? I forget names. I'm bad with names.
Marco.
No, he was the one that crashed on the final turn, and then his partner slowed down to help and stop. Well, I think it was the other woman won.
Yeah, his partner is Shamir.
Yes, Shamir stopped mid-race to try and help him, whilst the other two finished winning the race. Ollie then tried to call that we need to go help and everything and get Sunny to go. Chance then, being the absolute reformed person that he is, tried to delay just so slightly to ensure that resurrection magic would not work. And then
it worked. I mean, all of this being the completely moot point, as Sunny cannot resurrect people.
Yeah, but
he doesn't have a diamond.
Yeah, but Chance doesn't know how many.
He can't sacrifice Arazid. Oh yeah, he left Arazid in charge of the stall.
Yes,
Yeah.
Arazid got left in charge of the stall as we all rushed out. And by we, I mean Chance, Ollie, and Sunny rushed out to go see what they could do to help.
Sunny the truth about the guy. He would have been on your side then.
So once that they arrived there, Sunny attempted some healing magic because it turned out that the
worst rolls ever.
That he didn't die from this crash. And instead only mostly died.
Yeah.
He only mostly died.
Mostly dead is not the same as all dead.
Exactly. So, you know, he tried to heal, did a little bit of healing and everything.
So he still has healing spells left.
Chance very much so started playing into trying to help and acting distraught, while subtly trying to kill him. Things with like using
fire to help healing wounds.
he opened up, you know, had flames flicker to his hands, claimed that he's going to help cauterize wounds and everything. Got into an argument for Sunny to try healing again, and actually rolled the absolute lowest minimum that you could, rolling nothing but ones on 3d8s, which was.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 and 3 1s.
It was impressive.
Honestly.
It really was. The lowest spell level I used, the rolls go.
Then I believe.
After.
I tried banishing you and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yes. So then afterwards, Chance is trying to totally not lie into saying that he knows what he's doing. He's done this before. He's only here to help, and basically looking to Shamir and really selling that he is the person that's trying to help, and they don't know what the other two don't know what they're doing. So she buys into his lie thanks to a nat 20 by me, and Chance escapes banishment from Sunny because he thought that he wasn't being helpful. And now they are moving. What was his name again? Sorry,
Marco.
Yes, now they are moving Mako by supporting him on either side. Chance and Shamir.
Yeah.
And Chance is doing everything in his power to aggravate wounds and everything, while being very subtle about it.
I believe that is where we left off last time.
Yes.
So.
Unless anybody else has anything else to add.
That sounds like a no to me.
Probably not. I think that Oh, we also got an excuse to talk to Bird Lady again.
Yes, and you have an appointment to talk with angry man in the middle as well, otherwise known as Tien.
Oh, we also learned that this weird thing in the bottom right is an ancient roadside
Oh
toll
yes.
gate. And this used to be a road, and now it's used for racing, like it's a road. Weird how that works.
I
Just
walk
things just
over
come
Don't
to
together.
fix it.
I walk over to this Marco and inspect his wounds. I have proficiency in medicine.
Go ahead and make that roll.
It'll probably turn out this big X was just...
Or less of the wounds and more of how the party has tended to them.
It'll probably turn out this big X was just some sort of art monument thing by the side of the road, and they've turned it into a seating platform.
It appears that the wounds have been both dealt with badly and
probably
are
did.
also seemingly reluctant to close.
You guys are idiots. That's just the worst medicine I've ever seen, man. Like, he would be better off without you touching him at all.
I'm sorry, I am
That's
a
not his
rogue,
problem. They
not
don't give
a
pills
medicine
for this
person.
sort of thing.
Why didn't you ask me? I'm the greatest potion maker. I don't like beer for. I don't like boozes for a living.
Okay,
I make
well, why
things
don't
that
you
cure
have a little
people
go
from
at it,
disease and death.
Mr. Potions Full from Skyman?
What?
Who are you playing right now?
Ollie.
Oh.
No, yeah, that would have been my first guess, to be honest.
That means it worked. Good enough. So a little bit more about Marco's condition. He is like there is blood coming, blood that has come out of his mouth. He is looking fairly dire. One of his hands has been kind of shredded, almost. Not like to the point where it's mangled beyond repair, but there are certainly at least surface level wounds. Blood is obscuring the rest, and one of his legs appears to be twisted.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
And
This
so
is
he's
really
going
bad.
to try healing.
No, not again, not again, not again.
Yes.
No. The last
No.
time was a level 4 spell, which didn't work, a level 3 spell, which didn't work. This time he's going to try a level 2 spell, which is totally going to work.
Let me use my cure wounds. At a first level spell, it will work.
This is a second level cure wound.
15 health.
Fuck's sake. I rolled a 1. Wait, did I?
May as
Yeah,
well
on
have.
the initial cast.
Yep.
And then you roll a
I know
2.
there's 1 in there somewhere.
The cure wounds
there it is.
sinks into the gashes along his arm and hand and up on his face, and it seems as if the skin, it's not knitted back together, but it's like it seems to be repairing itself in the deep tissue, and the blood flow wanes quite significantly.
Am I under a curse to only roll 1s with healing every single time now?
Maybe. Maybe it's the universe's way of telling you you're not the healing kind of cleric, you're the friendship kind of cleric.
I thought that was the same thing. One heals the soul, the other heals the body. And I'm not too picky which is which.
Kadir, Shamir pipes up. This is my fault for naming sisters so similarly. Can we please get him to a seating position or something? Thank you, by the way, Margarita Man.
Sure.
Just call them the hot one and the hotter one. Then everyone knows which one they are.
I'm not going to do that. But could you? What was your name?
Margarita Man, or
She is looking at the person who
Oh,
is
oh,
helping her
uh,
carry Marco.
Chance.
Hey, Chance, can you help me over? Let me get him back over to our side. She gestures vaguely over there.
The seat up here is closer, and he kind of like gestures vaguely.
Yeah, sure, fine. Okay. Right, ready?
Yep.
Heave.
Yeah.
And slowly and surely, you guys
Right.
bring him over to here. Ollie's just coming
Sunny
along
is
as well,
taking a
'cause
hint
I
and
can-
going back to the waffle stand.
as he was doing this, like lean over, lean to and whisper, that colorization was probably worse than good because your sword's all bloody and has been probably washed in months. You probably just infected one of his open wounds. Just saying. Anyway,
It appears Sunny's goddess just doesn't want this person healed. Which makes sense now I think about it.
Marco is laid down on the bench. His mangled foot, still damaged, is propped up, but he is now more lucid and more awake, although is looking quite pale. Where it did come. Don't worry about that now, Marco. Just rest. Kadir Shamir looks up. Thank you for all of the help that you have given us.
Chance nods and kind of he's gonna turn slightly and like eye towards the rest of the people.
Eye towards who, sorry?
Like just vaguely, like see how like people are reacting and everything. See how many people are watching and such.
The Council of Three are they have risen from their seated positions in the center of this square, and they are all looking in your vague direction. There is quite a lot of murmuring going around. Most of the merchants are now packing up their wares. Kalfani and his teammate over here are laughing gleefully, but in a way where they are trying to hide that they are. Crosstail has moved over and is having a deep, very guarded conversation with Onkarabil. Arazid looks very worried and is kind of like tearing apart a waffle with his fingers while he looks on.
Jen's gonna narrow his eyes slightly. There's far too many people here to do anything. He'll kind of look towards the two. Are you gonna be able to get back to town safely, or?
Who are you speaking to, sorry?
The
Kadir.
yeah, like them, Kadir.
Yes, they'll be moving off soon. We have a wagon. We can put him on that. We could get him back to his home. He appears to be stabilized now, which is very good news.
Kind of like nods a bit, looking slightly grim. Is it a freak accident or something? Like, apologies, I am not from here, but the other vehicles did not disintegrate like that.
No, they did not. Trust me, I shall be having very stern words with Crosstail when I next see him. Something is amiss here for sure. Marco is the best pilot in the group. There's no way that he would have caused the accident. And with his leg, he may never race again.
Oh no.
Chance kind of solemnly looks on and kind of nods. Well, if there's anything we can do to help, I'm sure we'll be more than happy to.
My thanks. Well, would you be able to help me get him on this cart?
Yes, no worries.
That being this cart over here. You pick him up again? Well, half
Yep.
of him. Alright, easy does it now. Oh. He is put into the cart. And it begins to roll away. The musician slash preacher that Solas has been kind of vibesing out to finishes his performance and also wanders over to the cart where his compatriots are loading onto and leaving. Would anyone else like to do anything here?
Sonny's just gonna stop Arazid worrying his waffles into tiny pieces. Try to sell the rest.
I mean, we've only sold like 2 so far, so I mean, are they gonna be sold? Can we sell them as like mini waffles?
I'm sorry, is Arazid asking if we can sell them as mini waffles after he's worried them into tiny pieces,
Yes.
or? Okay. Okay, new plan. Arazid is going to worry the waffles into mini waffles, which are then going to be sold off as batches.
I'm helping!
We finally found a way to industrialize Arazid's worrying.
Okay. What about Inqua? He has made from this day a very nice 6 gold and 50
Yes.
silver.
50?
Yep, 50 silver, 6 gold.
It's 6 gold and 50 silver in the bank for me. What do you want to do? Do I want to go over to the fascist dictator? Maybe tell him that, hey, I can save lives. I pretty much saved his. Yeah, it's fine.
Get him later.
Yeah, I'll get him later. Might as well get the margarita supplies for later.
You begin packing up your margarita mix.
Yes.
And Solas.
Well, if he sees that everyone else is leaving, then I guess he would very much take that chance to leave as well. Because he has any chance to be not bored anymore, he would.
Fair enough, fair enough. And with that, I'm going to assume you guys pack everything up and head back to Onalembo proper.
Chance would hang around a little bit. Tell like the group like, hey, I'll catch back up. Just need a minute.
Okay.
He's then going to, subtly make his way, like, just kind of meandering down, back down around here. And, make sure no, there's not that many prying eyes as he meanders his way back over to the people who propositioned him. Kind of gives a slight nod as he kind of half leans on the on like the little step here, because it's like what, 3 feet you said?
Yeah, about that.
Like half lean on it and kind of look at them and
Not bad, not bad. The woman says, yes, I remember. This one is Shamir because this one is Kalfani, and I didn't want two people whose names began with K so close to one another.
Chance kind of nods, and he's not directly looking at them, kind of like making it seem like he's just kind of staring out and everything, try and make this as subtle as possible. Apparently the other one. Oh, sorry.
I would like you to make a performance check for acting natural.
Cool as a cucumber.
Hell yeah.
Chance kind of, was staring off and everything, did not draw too much attention, that he's clearly talking with the people who benefited from this after he was probably very well seen helping. And looks out and apparently, yeah, but he's not going to be dead, but apparently his friend there thinks that with the damage to his leg, his racing career might be over.
He's always been a bit of a slow healer, that one. He has some, well, he wasn't born a pig, I'll put it that way. He used to be much nicer. But that's what you get for throwing your lot in with a bunch of, control freaks. Shamir begins to wend her way round back to her gembe.
Chance kind of takes one last look at the horizon before pushing off where he was kind of leaning and swiftly rejoining the party.
And the rest rejoin the rather short convoy back to Onolembo.
Okay, how much money did Sunny make? I'm trying to remember what we said the price is at.
You guys made like not much. The waffles were not massively appealing, despite Ollie's best efforts to sell them. You guys made about 10 silver.
It's more than I had before.
And 10 silver each, I mean.
That's still more than I had before. I was about to get up to 100 silver there. Now it's 110.
Well, you can always take advantage of something known as philanthropy to
I don't
get
think
it
Sunny
down
can
to a
spell
cool
that.
100. Yeah.
Alternatively, I can get it down to 5 and put my real gold up to 7.
That too.
So long as they're not using Harry Potter numbering systems in their money.
Nah, fuck Harry Potter.
I didn't know you. No, I didn't know you were a fan.
I used to be.
Well, that kind of a fan.
Okay, I retract my used to be. I've never been that kind of fan. Your return back to Onolembo. It
I really need to
is
reread those books one of these days.
now like the kind of like late afternoon.
So, can someone remind me what the point of that was again?
Selling waffles.
Chance shrugs. I don't know. Religions confused me. Apparently, it was some fight, and they decided on the winner of the fight via a race or something, from what I could gather.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it was still fun. We
Right,
did
well-
never have races in Duras, and we never had them back in Naglement.
I mean, if you enjoyed them, that's great.
I did. We made mini waffles. Would you like one?
I am good, thank you.
Okay.
So now that that's done, can we finally get to, the real task of going to the island?
That might be an idea. We still have a few hours of sunlight, it looks like.
Well, I mean, we can just stay here for one more night and then leave in the morning.
Alright.
We wouldn't get very far. I don't think, at least.
That's a fair point, isn't it? Yeah, you know what, why not? This place isn't horrible.
Did you say earlier that we had brain, wake up please. An appointment to go see one of the important people, or have we already done the appointment to go see the important person?
You had an appointment, and in that appointment, he made a second appointment with you. You guys were like, "Can we do any like little like side quests around the town?" And he was like, maybe. I'll have a look and see what needs to get done, and come see me again after the races tomorrow.
Oakley dokley. Wait, after the races are done tomorrow. Today is tomorrow, and it's after the race.
Yeah, but the meeting
Let's
happened
make
yesterday.
friends!
Yeah. So at least one person is going to head towards the war chief's house then.
Yep.
What about the rest of you guys?
Might as well head over to the war chief as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way to kill time, I guess.
I'll drop you guys in the city because, well, you are in the city. But I take it from that, all of you guys head back to the War Chief's home.
Yeah.
The Sphinx assistants on either side of the door open and let you in without issue. One of them says, "He is awaiting you."
Thank you.
And you are led back into, for those who have been here before, Tian's meeting room. Ah, good afternoon. I'm afraid I do not have much time for you today as I did recently. We were not expecting today to go as it has. Remind me what you are after and we will be done with it.
You said you wanted to talk to us about a possible thing to do after the race?
Ah, that is right. After speaking with some of my subordinates further, I realized that the crystal caverns beneath Onelembo, well, beneath and around, they have not been searched and cleansed in quite some time. If you could do that for us, we would be most grateful.
Send light into dark place. Stanley very good at that.
So what kind of things would we encounter in this crystal cavern then?
Lots of things try and make it their home. But recently has not been too bad. One of our better warriors defeated a behir inside the city, and he now has the heads above his door. It is
What?
quite the trophy. A behir, it is like a crocodile with 6 legs and breathes lightning.
Okay, how do you spell that? I need to find a picture of this.
Behir. You guys have actually faced one yourself earlier in this campaign. Or snuck behind one when it was sleeping?
I don't remember fighting one of those, but
I think we just left it.
Yeah.
The ones.
Yeah, I think I would
Oh,
remember
that's more legs
fighting
than I
something like that.
recall.
Well, that's the official answer.
There are
Fair.
other arts that look more dragony.
It's one of those like classic monsters that have had some redesigns, updates to the lore.
Oh, did it get turned into an alien during 4E?
Could do.
Sorry, random. Every time somebody talks about redesigns, first thing that pops into my head is mimics are aliens!
TIL.
Yeah, 4th edition was apparently a good thing I skipped over.
Fair. Anyway. So if you could just go around and make sure that nothing has been growing in there, nothing has decided to make it its home. You must bring back some proof, of course. But we will pay you. Of course. What say you all?
Yeah,
How much we getting
go to
paid?
dark place. Give light to those that want it, give fire to those that don't.
The pay will depend on what kind of monster that you encounter. If you bring back a single goblin head, you will get the pay equivalent to fighting a single goblin. If you bring back something more powerful, well...
Fair enough.
Well, you know what? Why not? But yeah, it very much sounds interesting. To be fair, as far as I'm aware, we're not entirely strapped for time, so. Oh well, they might be, but that's besides the point.
I have contacted one of my subordinates to take you to our best entrance to the caverns in my Gembe.
Right.
When would you like to go? Now or in the morning?
Hmm.
How about in the morning? Because we already
Morning.
spent a lot of spells.
Chance
Right,
stretches. I'm good either way.
Morning. Sunny burnt him out. Sunny burnt out.
I don't
It seems to be a common theme with you magic users.
Hey, I didn't use a thing. Anyway, tomorrow morning would probably be the best bet. Some of us are burnt out, and well, it's already fairly late. We want to go get cave diving when things are darker.
The trip is not enough time to rest on the Gembe, although it is a very spacious vehicle. Perhaps you should rest. There are plenty of bedrooms in my palace, if you desire.
Well, if you're free.
Very well. And I will
Okay.
tell Sisyphus that you will see him in the morning.
Thank you. Thank you, friend. I'm almost waking up enough to play Sunny. This is going to be exhausting.
You guys are led out of the meeting room and down into one wing where you are all put up in. It's kind of like a large suite. It's essentially a selection of 8 different bedrooms connected with one long living room type area in the middle.
I have a theory about the person we're now working for based upon their accent. I think I think Friend's doing a crossover between games. This person is clearly, based on the accent, related to Strahd.
Wait, this one's a bumper.
I voiced Strahd like that?
A little bit like that.
Ooh. Well, alright then. I was trying to go for more of like a Gambian feel.
Don't get me
his
wrong. There's
accent.
definitely sort of like like a bit of an Eastern feel to it in some areas, but yeah, there's every so often there's the odd word. It's like, am I listening to Strahd? No, wait, no, I'm not.
Well,
Sort of like Strahd if he was from the Middle East.
Yes, exactly.
are you making me like really self-conscious because I don't remember how I voice Strahd right now, but I'm fairly sure it's not too far away from my normal voice. Because he's meant to sound very like rich and aristocratic and smug and everything, and what better voice to do that in than a vaguely Cotswoldian English accent? I would do RP, but I don't want to learn RP. Well, that's
Wait,
going to be
you don't
fun
want
for
to
Monday.
do roleplay, but you play
Oh.
D&D.
Received pronunciation. It's how like all British newscasters talk.
Huh.
Oops. Yeah,
What about old British radio presenter?
it's probably the same thing. There's like, it's kind of like that accent that all non-Brits seem to think that Brits have. Because
yeah,
it's like
okay.
the one that gets publicized the most. But it's not like the, oh dearie me, tea and crumpets. It's, I don't know. It's selected to be slightly aristocratic, but very clear in its pronunciation.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I hate its existence. I think it's inherently classist, so I refuse to learn it.
That's fair.
But anyway, you guys have, in each room, there is this lovely, soft-looking bed made out of a slab of sandstone, with, pillows and a mattress and everything on top. And the living room in the middle itself has quite a few cushions to lounge upon. And very, very tall windows which blow in a very welcome breeze in the hot afternoon.
Can I cast Detect Magic on this room?
You may.
Is there anything magical?
The curtains are.
What kind?
They have an enchantment upon them. Several, in fact.
What kinds? Schools of magic?
Oh, it would be an enchantment school of magic, I believe.
Okay.
But you can tell, like, it's kind of like shades of green, assuming you're not colorblind in that sense. It's like you can tell that there are like several different shades, but they're all from the same like rough base. They're all enchantment, but slightly different flavors.
Okay. I do.
So all the curds are chocolate, just different types of.
I could cast Identify on it. Well, it's not divination. That was my main concern. That's a good news.
Okay, now you really got me interested. Like, identify item on curtains. There's a sentence thing you can say out loud. Do they do what I think they do, or is it something far more interesting?
Do we just want to like play with the curtains a little bit? Do they like smell nice or something?
They smell like lime.
No. I mean, Sunny is going to use thingamabob.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. What do they enchant a person to do? Is it what I think they did?
Do you have a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces? Because I feel like Inqua's the only one
Do I-
that has one.
You can borrow my pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
This is the thing that comes from the item.
Oh, I see. That's what item means in brackets. I was wondering. Right, the goggles or something.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I put them somewhere on this sheet. Object reading.
Ah, right. Yep. Thank you. Sorry. You put your glasses on. You give the curtains a good squint. You can see that they have an enchantment that it seems to be intended to keep them eternally clean and keep dust out, and another that keeps out those who have evil intent.
How the fuck is Chance in this room?
He didn't come in through the curtains, admittedly.
Oh, and here was me thinking that they were enchanted to, if somebody tries to, say, stand outside the room and look in, the curtains go one way.
Oh, they do also have an enchantment upon them that keeps them moving. As in, if you were to shut the... Not that these windows are the type that have glass, but if you were to put a pane of glass over the window and then shut it, the curtains
You get
would
that
still move.
breeze effect on them at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, so if somebody's hiding behind them, it always looks like they're moving, so you never think twice about it.
Pretty much.
Tapping nose on the side.
Do turtles even have noses?
They have
I don't
snouts.
think so. Ah, okay.
Well, I mean, they do have nostrils.
Yeah.
So they have a nose area.
Don't know how you would define a nose, but anyway.
I'd probably just call it a snout at this point.
Yeah. Your yeah, no, I don't remember what the name is. Anyway, after about an hour
Neighbour
or so,
what?
you guys of the glands responsible for the nose, like olfactory, I think, because I would have called
Yep.
it your olfactory port. Thank you, Bailey. After a hour or so, inside the guest wing, you are greeted to a servant who is carrying a very large pewter platter with a selection of grapes, dates, grain mixtures, and a couple of flutes of water to drink.
Found this.
Ah, thank you.
I can't pronounce it, but I found it.
Roses.
Proboscis. Yeah.
So there you go. And that's what a turtle's know. I assume a turtle is probably the same.
Also, you spelled turtle wrong, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It could be
Look,
off.
it's just a portmanteau of turtle and turtle.
Yeah,
Turtwise.
that's what the half breed comes out sounding like.
Alright.
If a turtle is into bestiality, that's the result.
Oh, God.
Moving swiftly on, dinner has been
Christmas.
given to you. What do you guys do with your evening?
Eat, drink, and be merry without the alcohol, probably.
Makes sense.
Probably work on one of my many alchemist projects. Making a permanent alter self potion, making the perfect beer, making a potion of potions. I don't know.
Making a potion of potions. It's a potion that if you drink, it has the effect potions, plural.
Yo, dog.
It casts haste and slow on you at the same time.
Oh. I knew it.
Potion of potions. You never know how many potions are in this potion. Wait, all you already know is that they're all random and you have no idea what it is.
99 potions, a potion on the potion.
Basically, just
Every
wild
sip
magic
is a
potion.
different effect.
So,
Anyway.
when the servant comes in, I presume that Inqua will request to be taken back to his lab.
Oh, I have a lab. Margarita
Lab
making?
is a strong word. It's kind of like it's a nook just off of the kitchen, and the cook has given you kind of like all of the glassware that can be spared.
I'll take it. I'll just work on that for a little bit.
Please roll. Do you alchemist supplies? I suppose would be the most appropriate roll.
I believe I have expertise in that, but because of my class, I don't know if I have it put down as that, but I should have it, so I should add 3 to the result. That's intelligence. 25, so 14 plus 3. Yeah, that's expertise, 25.
Nice. After several hours of toil, oh nice, you produce a thick red potion.
Nice. And this is my alter self potion.
Yes, alter it potion, I assume.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have a good feeling about it.
Well, nice.
What is everyone else up to? I'm going to assume
so-
Ollie is stuffing her face.
So just to clarify, we do each have our own room.
Yes. There are 8 in total, so there are
Yeah.
choices.
So
There's also a fountain kind of backed up against one wall, and I presume that is where Sunny was going to marinade.
Presumably.
Solas.
Wait, there's a fountain in the room?
Yeah. It's
How
more
did I
like
miss that?
not like fountain, but it's more like a very fancy like tap that fills a pool below it.
I hope everyone likes turtle flavoured water. Just head in that.
They have the servant has given you unturtled water if you prefer that. Solas.
So he will kind of head into the room, and for the hour that he has, just go and look around the entire place, looking for like small cracks and little places where he could potentially hide his ring. As glorious as this place is, the room inside his ring is much more grand and glorious. So, wants to find a good place to hide it, just so servants don't come in the morning, see he's not there, and start like trying to figure out where everything is.
You don't want to wake up in like a servant's pocket.
Exactly.
I don't know if you. Has anyone here watched The Boys, season 3?
Not yet.
Okay, I won't make a reference then.
I mean, I won't remember.
A similar thing happened where someone was downsized and then upsized, and bad things happened because they were within the personal space of another human. And that could be interesting if that happens to Solas. But for now, I'd like him to roll an investigation check.
Wait, are we talking like that plan that to defeat Thanos with Ant-Man that the internet came up with?
I don't know. I haven't.
Well, it's
watched the
simple.
Avengers.
Ant-Man shrinks, gets behind Thanos, goes right up there, and
Right.
supersizes.
Yeah, probably similar then. Yeah, quite similar. You go into your room, Solas. You're looking around and you find, like, right kind of just at knee level, which is not somewhere that most people would think to look, is a perfect ring-sized crack in the wall.
Wonderful. Alright, well. And gonna just like lie down on the bed. Just in this like preparation for someone to come in. And when the servants do come in, he's gonna try and look as interested in this place as he possibly can. Even though he's really not all that impressed with it.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna need a performance check for feigning interest.
Would deception be better?
You could make a point for deception as well. All I'm thinking, like, I went for performance over it just because it's like, it is more an act that you are portraying rather than a lie you are trying to sell. But yeah, you can roll deception if you prefer.
I mean, it's not really like putting on an act. It's more just feigning interest. Be the best way to put it.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, deception's fine for that then.
Oh.
Should have gone with performance.
The duality of me.
Yes. I assume someone is already screenshotting that for the showcase.
I'll do it.
You know, you're going around and you're going, wow, look at all these pillars. This is so interesting.
I think it's more like he's not really saying anything. It's just sort of. It's pretty blatant that he has like that look on his face of like, oh god, what is this place?
fair. He's kind of got that, like maybe a little bit of face, like something that smells bad has just crawled under his nose.
Yeah.
And he's like, a bit put off. Does anyone else do anything before we settle down for a long rest?
Nope, no. The only thing Sonny needs to do will happen after the long rest.
Fair enough. In that case, I suggest that we take a short break while Dewey is getting his stuff together.
Okay.
I need to get some more water. Anyway, maybe a different drink. Cause my throat is sore today.
Mm.
Do you guys ever sleep with your mouth open the whole night, and then in the morning it's just really kind of sore and itchy? Yeah.
Not to my memory.
I mean, I do have moments where I just wake up with a really dry throat. I never really know why, because I'm just black out when I sleep. So.
I'm gonna take a short break. I'm just gonna nip to the loo, grab a drink, and come back. If Dewey joins before then, please feel free to fill him in on what's happening, and I'll see you in a bit. Right. To set the stage, you guys are resting inside Tian's castle. He has a lovely guest wing comprising of 8 chambers, lovely flowing curtains, a very turtled up pond.
Only the head. Oh, we looked up what a turtle's snout is called.
A proboscis.
Yes, we now know what is on the front of Sunny's face.
Proboscis? Is that how it's pronounced? Okay.
I have no idea.
It was a very today I learned. Well, actually, I've probably learnt it from this Reptile Keeper YouTuber I watch, but I forget things, so today I relearnt. And you guys were offered lots of delicious, Mediterranean style canapes, lots of dried dates, little bits of grains and whatnot, and were given the opportunity to fall asleep inside the palace. You gain the benefits of a long rest, and in the morning, a very dour young man comes to collect you. He has a pair of goggles over his eyes. My name is Sisypho. I will be taking you to the caverns now.
Alright, well. Very nice.
Okay. Are we all going on the boat?
Yes. You are brought to the boat at the back here. You climb up high into the palace, you cross over this bridge, go into the tower, and then walk along the gangplank to get into the boat. Oh, Gembe.
The moment this boat starts moving, Tortle's gonna Titanic.
Come on, Grandpa, let's go.
That's funnier than it should have been.
Into the boat I go.
Hopefully none of you get too sandsick.
My life is sand.
And the boat begins to set off. Sisypho, the person that you were mentioned about being brought to the caverns by Tian yesterday, stands at the helm. He is got one hand over a crystal, and the boat seems to move. there anything you would like to do on this journey?
I'd like to get to know the people piloting the boats, make sure they're not trying to kill us. We've been betrayed one too many times.
Apart
A
from
betrayer is simply a friend who forgot they were a friend for a while.
apart from Sisypho, there are 4 guards stationed around various areas of the boat, but they are looking out, not in. If Arazid would approach one of them, they would look down at you, however.
Arazid's gonna approach the friendliest looking one, the least intimidating looking one.
There is one that is a fair deal shorter than the others, and you're like, yes, I hope I can have
Not
eye-to-eye
people.
conversation.
Arazid's gonna approach and sort of be like, "Hi.
Oh, hello.
So these caverns, like, are there any, like, people don't come back from them sort of stories is what I'm assuming. But, what are our odds? What do you think our odds are?
Well, it depends quite heavily on what's inside. Most people come back. Mostly.
Okay, well, that's promising. Thanks. I'm Arazid. I have been kind of in a anxiety riddled fugue state for the past few days. I don't really adjust well to new environments. So if I didn't introduce myself, yeah, that's me.
I am Bizzard.
I'm gonna need you to spell. Yeah. Hi, Bizzard. It's nice talking to you. If you need any company, you can just, come get me or call for me. Or I don't know if you're allowed to leave your post, but yeah, we're not doing anything, so that works.
We must watch out for the great worms.
What?
What?
Like great worms in the sand? Like great sandworms?
There's an O and a Y. Both kinds.
I didn't realize we were on Dune. Does everyone have glowing blue eyes? If Sunny starts eating the right bit of sand, will he get high on spice? And then be able to bend stars together to travel the universe?
I don't know, people in this town didn't really seem to be Fremen.
Worth a shot. They weren't very Fremenly either.
Yay! I don't know, sand and worm, like things that are big and are buried under the sand, is a fairly common trope by now. Mostly
No, but
thanks
it's
to
a good
Folkor,
trope.
but
I like it.
me too. I cannot wait for the second part of June to come out, though. Anyway.
They're actually making a second one this time?
Yeah, they announced it like the day the first part came out.
Oh, so they planned in advance to release the second one, irrespective of how well the first one did, because it's like, we're not going to wait to see how it happens. This time, we're making a fucking second one!
I think they always planned on doing it. They just like hinted that they might not as a way to drive ticket sales. It's kind of like that time that film claimed that it was hacked by North Korea to get it more notoriety.
Which film was that?
The Interview.
Wait, that's the one where they, oh, that was a beautiful film. That was awesome.
'Cause baby, you're a fire. Yeah. Anyway, Bizzard smiles across at Arazid. What kind of company are we talking exactly? Because I'm gay.
Oh, I am I am. I don't know what I am, but
Married.
I'm married.
Sexuality, married.
It doesn't matter what you are, you're
Yes, you
married.
woke up one morning and was told you're married now.
But not that kind of company. But if I wasn't if I wasn't a married man, it'd be a different story. You know, I got the old ball and chain. You know.
I assume at this point Ollie would sweep in and be like, "That's right. He is my loving husband, and I am his loving sometimes wife. Not right now, I don't have the right shape, but sometimes. You get the picture. Anyway, he's taken. Excuse me." Something along those lines.
Probably. I'd like to think they would be played with a little less bitchiness, but a lot more
I don't know, considering how
passive
much...
aggressiveness. Passive aggressiveness. Less outright bitchiness, more implied.
But the last time, the person was just trying to talk to Aaron, so this time it was a full-on proposition. So I feel like it'd be a bit more. I feel like it'd be a bit more
less passive aggressive and more aggressively passive.
Underneath the layers of leather armor, there's a vaguely female shape. So it might not have been a proposition.
Oh.
But
well,
yeah.
No, not that kind of company. I am again. I have a loving wife back at home, and also she would kill me.
Excuse me? I am right here.
You are the wife
touch
back at
me?
home.
Look, I will go back home and I will tell our children what you have said.
You are the wife back at home. It was just a phrase. I'm sorry.
Because home is where your heart is. I get it. Oh, such a lovely husband.
You said that last part just like Emily.
Oh, I just lost the mint.
M plays Ollie with a lot of nuance that is hard to capture. Not saying that Arazid doesn't, but I've known you a lot longer.
Yeah, you've known me since I was literally like 12 years old, I feel like.
Literally. About that.
You managed to play Ollie well enough there, I laughed the mint out of my mouth.
Oh no. I consider that a certified fresh.
I was just gonna have a little conversation with Bizzert, and then gonna go back to his group because he is overwhelmed with new environments.
Did you have a nice conversation?
Yeah, it was. That's a nice person. I'm still worried that they're gonna try to kill us, but I'm less worried now.
Can you come to the front of the ship with me for a second? I want to do something with you.
Okay, don't push me off, but I'm coming.
Dangle him by his feet until he apologizes.
She could do it. She definitely could do it.
Ollie brings you out to the front of the ship where Sunny has been hovering around. Okay, so this is going to be something like really fun to do. I want you to stick your hands out on either side. I'm going to lift you up because I think it's only fair. Because you lift this whole team up so often because you are the heart and you are the soul of this party and you give amazing hot chockey and it's just everyone needs to just know how valued you are and I'm just gonna do something nice.
Okay. Arazid is gonna do as instructed, but he's still nervous that she is going to capsize him. She's going to make him walk the plank.
Would he like to do any contingencies for this, or is he just gonna trust Ollie?
Full trust.
I wish I was playing an evil character right now. I know exactly what I'd do in this situation.
Yeah.
Encourage Ollie to lift him really high up, and then cast banishment on Ollie.
Alright.
I'm playing an evil character next time, an actual evil character next time. I gotta get these ideas out of my head.
Oh, you're lucky you're so small, dear husband. And with your arms outstretched, Ollie lifts you up and doesn't let your feet go outside the realm of where you can catch yourself on the floor. Look, you're the king of the world.
Oh my goodness, I'm flying!
Whee! Oh.
Terrible recorder.
Wait, even less helpful than Ollie?
What?
I have plans, okay. Oh my god.
And after that, Ollie will put you down and fade back into not being in this session, technically. What would the rest of the
That's
party
fair.
be doing? If no one volunteers, I'll go top down.
No, that might be a good idea. I hadn't called.
So Sunny has been king of the worlding. What has Chance been up to? No good. Bailey?
Oops, I was muted. Sorry.
Ah, okay. You were talking, we just couldn't hear you. I see.
So Chance would kind of just be staring off in the distance after checking his gear to make sure everything was good. Getting practice with those glasses to see.
Okay. I see he just watches the horizon go by. In a sense.
Yes.
Yes. What about Solas?
I think he'd just be off somewhere, trying to make the most of the situation, just kind of looking out into the nothing that is the desert. Not really bothering to interact with people he doesn't really know. Yeah. Again, not really much. Doesn't have much of a reason to socialize, so.
He's socialized enough with his so-called friends.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He's enjoying the ride, but restraining asking people he doesn't know, are we there yet?
I don't think he'd be that annoying.
I can't believe that this is probably the first time that anyone's been on a boat and everyone's just so normal with it.
Sonny's just enjoying the experience of traveling faster than foot could do.
I mean, I ask you this. When has Solas ever seemed impressed by anything?
That's so true.
Himself when fighting.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I survived!
I think the only time that Solas has seemed like genuinely impressed with something outside of his, his own actions and successes is, citation not found.
Exactly.
Maybe back in like Naglamund, and he's like, big flesh monster. Even then, I think it was more like, okay, let's go.
I think that was more like, it wasn't really impressed, more like, oh shit.
I think, like outside of life or death situations, I feel like most of Solas can be summed up with the meme, "Oh no." Anyway.
Yep.
Okay, so where are we going?
And finally, Inqua.
Oh yes, so there's a
So I'll
person.
embrace my margarita and try to make a perfect margarita.
So this is now canon. This wasn't just like a one-off. Inqua is now full-on moonlighting as a bartender.
Oh no, he just wants to make a really good margarita, like the perfect margarita.
I see.
It's
Is this why he keeps creating potions?
Yes.
So all the useful potions he's made are accidents while trying to chase that perfect dream.
No, he doesn't drink.
So
He
who
was-
is he
he was
getting
asked
to
to-
taste?
he was asked to do something, and now he's thinking about it a lot more. How can I make the perfect margarita?
Oh, I get it. He's one of those people who's like, I have this very specific skill set and I like to apply it to just this thing, but if you ask me to do this slightly related thing, I'm gonna apply the same like single-mindedness to perfect it as I do with my normal skills.
Exactly.
I feel you. But yeah, who would he get to taste it? And why would it be Ollie? Because, you know, she's gotten literal concussions in the past for getting too drunk.
We just offer it to, like, just even like the crew, like anyone who's just, except for like maybe the captain, whoever's steering the boat. Hey, everybody but the captain who's steering this, no offense, but we need you awake, but got this nice margarita, you want to try it?
Oh, is it iced?
I don't have ice.
I'm alright.
Who has ice? Do you have ice? What ice? We didn't even consider ice. I'll
How
get
can
back
you
to you
make
on
a
that.
perfect margarita without ice?
The best margarita is frozen. Hey, maybe you can find some ice in the caverns, and here we are.
Never melt ice. Noted.
The giant Gembe comes to a stop at the cliff's edge. You notice that there is like one rock that's about like 10 feet inland from the cliff edge, at the level that you guys are at. And that rock appears to be kind of shrouding this tunnel entrance from the majority of the sand. We will wait for 8 hours. If you don't come back in that time, you walk.
Okay.
And remember, don't come back without dead animals or enemies, or I kill you.
If we come back with dead things, you kill us.
If you don't come back with that thing, we kill you.
Okay.
If you come back with
Chance
dead
is going
human,
to.
we kill you.
Yep. Yeah,
Chance is gonna, like,
silently, if he
chuckle.
tries to kill us, that means we do come back with dead things, because we'd be coming back with him.
Chance?
He's going to chuckle under his breath. I'd like to see you try.
Ooh. Would you like to roll a stealth check, or do you not care about whether or not that gets overheard?
Oh, he doesn't care.
That's very on brand.
Very on brand and also very anxiety inducing.
rope ladder, a hempen rope ladder, is lowered from the gembe onto the surface. Well, goodbye. Best of hunting. And remember,
Thanks.
found glory, or I kill you.
You can try.
We will find glory. It'll be fine.
And with that, do you guys descend the ladder?
Chance is going to look whoever said like come back with stuff or we'll kill you dead in the eyes as he activates his winged boots and simply walks down himself.
As you are walking down, your unparalleled perception skills easily capture him going, I fucking hate this town.
Chance will smirk.
And
Of
smirk
course
to
he will.
himself he does. You are now all on the floor of, well, the world. Thankfully, the gembe is giving you some shade from the eternal daytime heat, and an entrance lies before you.
Sorry, what was that? Somebody put Monty Python on.
The cavern entrance lies before you as you all descend down onto the desert floor.
Light up a lamp.
Alright.
That's all I got.
By that I assume you mean Sunny casts light on his.
Yeah, take
lamp?
the spell casting reliquary, cast light on it. Makes like picture.
Okay. There is a turtle with. Oh no.
What?
Bailey's computer blue screened. Well, that's going to be a bit of a ball ache.
Huh.
Hopefully it's okay. Alright.
I've heard there's a thing called a red screen, and I don't even know if I want to know.
Never heard of a red screen. I've heard of a red circle of death. But that's
Yeah,
not
I know.
PC.
Yeah.
Well, is it? Well, technically it's PC, I suppose. They're
Well,
both
it's
made by
a
Microsoft.
Windows console.
Yeah. I've never
But yeah,
been an
a red.
Xbox fan.
The weird bit for the red screen is that there's this mod that you put on a computer to help your mods work better for a particular game, and part of the process of getting it working is your computer red screens. Don't worry, that's normal.
Oh, yay.
People swear by this mod, and I'm just like, maybe not.
That sounds a bit like download more RAM.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I apologize.
I just wanted to get my computer to blue screen practically on command. It took me ages to figure out why I was doing it. It was the fucking desktop fan. It was the little fan I had on the table to cool me down that was plugged into the computer. If the fan hitched, computer blue screened.
So it just like ticked the power outage slightly over
Yes.
what the PSU could handle. Yeah.
No, the fan was malfunctioning a bit.
Oh.
And that fed back into the computer because it was USB. It fed back into the computer, and the computer said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Understandable. Have a good day.
I killed my computer with a fan.
Do you go into the caverns? They
Yes.
ask, knowing full well
Yes.
you're about to.
Solas, about 10 meters already in. Yes.
yeah.
It's only about 10 meters behind then. What's
Come
that
on,
in feet?
friends. Okay.
Let's go make friends. Failing that, friends that don't want to be friends.
You guys follow the caverns for quite a while. It should be noted that the caverns, there is a lot of like very hard, brittle, like dried crystal etchings on the walls of these caverns. It kind of looks like. Have you guys seen like fractal wood burning videos?
Not anytime recently.
I mean, don't try it because it will kill you.
What, looking up fractal wood burning?
No, actually doing it. It's essentially you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
What?
kind of like spidering out tree shapes that appear when you add electricity to a plank of wood.
Wait, why would it kill me to do this?
To do it at home, you need to jury rig something inside a microwave, and it's just incredibly dangerous for a lot of reasons. A lot of people have died.
Yeah, you said jury rig a microwave. I think I get where you're going with that.
Yeah. So this is a great example that I'm just posting into the chat now of the shapes that these crystals are forming on the walls. Yes. There's a great YouTuber called How to Cook That, which like does like some fun debunking videos of like, you know, stupid fucking life hacks that don't work and are often dangerous, and she covered this
So
recently.
most
so
of them.
been on my mind. Yeah. I mean, she literally exposed how like most of these like content farms are like Russian proxy agents that are like spreading weird shit. It's very interesting. But there's the link.
Yeah, most of my information of that comes from the cleric, honestly. If you ever have too much faith in humanity, watch any one of his videos. It puts it back to a nice normal level.
I'm a fan of true crime, so I don't have faith in humanity.
Oh, then you might actually enjoy it.
And you know, yeah, maybe I will. Anyway, you guys follow the winding tunnels down. It begins to branch off. Eventually you come to a trident in the road.
A trident in the road.
Yes, well, you know, the tunnel itself tridents out into like from one corridor that you guys have been following to 3 possible paths.
What does each corridor smell like?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Chance is going to glance around. Any clear indications of travel?
I would also like a perception check.
Is that relying on sight?
You
to
have
look for
light.
tracks, yes.
All right.
And yep, Sunny is bringing the light, as always.
I see all.
What the?
If Sunny's bringing the light, does that mean he had advantage?
No, it's the glasses that give advantage for any perception check that relies on sight.
I forgot you had those.
And I have expertise in perception.
The right hand path looks the most well traveled. The middle one looks medium well traveled, and the left one looks as if like maybe one creature has passed it recently, and they all smell like damp.
Chance is going to point to the right.
I thought that was really smart when I did it, and apparently the dice were against me.
RNG's
That's where most gone. A few have gone through the middle, and maybe 1, 2 at the most have gone through the left tunnel. I presume we should head to the right if we're trying to find anything that lives in here.
Yeah. After you.
Yep. And Chance will simply walk in, going down the right.
You follow the right tunnel down, presumably. I mean, the rest of the party presumably follow.
Yes, I follow.
Lamp in one hand, big ass shield that possibly smells of mushroom waffles in the other. Muscle waffles.
I don't know, mushrooms don't smell like much. They just smell like vaguely a bit earthy, but that's what sandals normally smell like. Oh, you said shield, sorry. I zoned out for a sec. Alright, right tunnel. You follow it down for a good another half hour, it feels like. It's winding quite a lot, very reminiscent of the Formian tunnels that you entered into in Duras. Every now and then, tiny slivers of light come through from the outside. You realize that the tunnel is hugging very close to the cliff edge for a while as you descend downwards. But then it takes a sharp right turn again, and the air gets colder and colder. And Chance, you notice that some of the crystals in one area of a corridor seem different. They're growing in a very different direction than most of the crystal that coats the walls of this place. It looks fresher. And it's growing straight up instead of like webbing out as if from a central location.
Chance is gonna look up and see if there's anything above that's causing it.
Yeah, roll another perception, please.
Assuming this also relies on sight.
You are looking.
I am looking.
28 instead of a 30. Absolute fail. You notice that this crystal is not actually growing on the wall. It is growing to hide an entrance to another part of the caverns. So as you kind of look around, instead of, pure rock face, you actually see, the kind of curvature of the tunnel mouth moving on.
Chance is going to point this out to the rest of the group. I assume if we're going to find anything, it's probably hiding in here.
Okay.
He's going to squeeze his way in.
Let's go.
The crystals themselves have formed a pretty impenetrable barrier, one that cannot be just like slipped past. The only gap is a few inches at the top.
Oh.
It would need
Smashy,
to be busted
smashy?
through, yes.
Well, it's time to catch these hands,
You said that so politely.
as the kids say. As Chance is just gonna try to punch this straight in the middle to try and break through.
That's a hit.
Punch.
There may
7
be a way
damage.
around this. I'm thinking now.
7 damage. Your punch lands pretty close in the center. Some cracks web out.
Before you break it, can I take some samples of it?
Yep. A couple of shards fall down, and you are able to collect 2-inch long shards of mysterious, hastily grown crystal.
Does this crystal look like the crystal that was growing glowing, growing on a tree.
Which tree? Oh, that
tree.
No.
Yes.
Chance is going to look to Inqua. Do you have what you need?
Yep. Keep punching.
He is going to go in with the left hook this time.
Alright. That is a hit. The left, seems that right is definitely a dominant hand. It doesn't land quite as deep a blow. But your knuckles feel very hot and also cold at the same time as you draw back.
You want me to just hit it with the flail?
Oh yeah, we have one of those, don't we?
Yeah.
And that's like a bludgeoning weapon?
Yes.
Hey, you people that do the magic and everything. That felt weird. Can we make sure this isn't going to shred our faces when we destroy it?
I think that's a good idea.
Sure. And look into it. Will these crystals explode?
Roll a nature check or an arcana check if you prefer.
They're exactly the same. Oof.
You look around and you're like, yes. This will go great in a cocktail. You realise it appears to be a similar colour crystal, but it is made out of something intrinsically different. It is made out of ice.
Ooh. Ice crystals. I need to take larger samples of this. This is the thing this is the all the drinks. It's genius.
Oh, it's ice? Oh, good. Jane's just going to shoot a firebolt at it.
Whoa, these are incredibly valuable. Think about it for a minute. We're in a place with no water. Coolness is a prime business opportunity. Think about it.
Think about this firebolt.
No.
I presume for that you step back at least 5 feet.
Yes.
And the tunnel itself is about 10 feet in diameter. Okay, firebolt directly in. The firebolt hits the crystal. It fizzles. And does how much damage?
Whoops, that's the wrong button. A very low roll.
It
6.
does an amount of damage you sense less than you think it should have.
Sunny have idea, but Sunny need people to stand back.
Chance is like cracking his knuckles, like about ready to just start punching this thing again, because
I'm punching.
Chance is optional to stand back.
Perfect. And he's just going to like square up.
Sunny casts Word of Radiance on the thing, just like he's just gonna laser the whole thing. Okay?
I don't see why not.
Can it make the DC?
That's a good question. Let me just look up ruling on
Walls. Oh, trying to hit the show spell description whenever.
Oh, right. Hold on a sec.
Radiance erupts from you.
There you go.
Yeah, the 5 foot thing around you.
Well, 5 foot in front of me. It does specify it directional.
It does also specify it's a creature.
Oh. Well,
Cantrips.
at least I can't accidentally turn this entire cave into one big sort of laser death trap as all the light energy hits the thing and then rebounds. I wonder thought firebolt specified a creature, but
Maybe
Alright.
we should just keep wailing on it.
Chance is gonna step back up and start punching.
I'll
Ow.
join in the wailing, I guess.
A swing and a miss.
Oof.
wondering.
2 swings and misses. A swing
Punch!
and a hit. And another hit. And with one big thwap.
Yeah, firebolt also oh no, it actually says object. Wow.
With one big thwap from Inqua's flail, the crystals break enough for you to be able to force your way through into the tunnel beyond.
Chance is instantly does that.
I am collecting all of the crystals. None shall be left behind.
Okay. You can
oh, here
carry
we are.
up to your carrying capacity worth of ice crystals.
Ah.
I'd call them
If you need
permafrost.
someone to carry more, Sunny does have a strength score.
The carrying capacity. Strength score multiplied by 15.
There's in total about 2 tons of it there, so it's kind of take as much as you can carry.
210. Do I want 100 pounds of ice crystals? Of course I do. Or else I do have that bag.
Odin,
We
it's
also do
15
have-
times your strength score, right?
Yeah, I have 210. And I also have an extra thing of scale mail.
So
I can carry over 100 tons.
it is in
100
total about
pounds.
4,400 pounds.
Do I really want it?
I can carry just shy of 200. Actually, I can 194 total of ice, if you really want.
Well, they're probably reusable. See, they don't seem to melt.
Make the best margaritas you've ever.
You know what? I'm just going to pick up 200 pounds worth of ice crystal. No. I'm just going to... No. I'm going to pick up 150 pounds of ice.
Okay.
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 Nice.
I was just... I'll take a couple. Like 20.
Would Arazid know the properties of ice?
100 pounds.
Probably not, but you can give it a history check. Man, like, Arazid did not grow up with ice, but he has been around some weird elemental folk for more than long enough at this point. Ice, generally, melts very quickly. Which this does not seem to, and you put it in drinks to make them yummier and more refreshing.
Guys, how are we gonna get all of this ice back to where we're going?
What's the general vibe of
Carrying it.
temperature?
Yeah.
The general vibe of what, sorry?
Of temperature, like is it cool in here? Is it like hot?
You feel like it's okay, but as you step into this area proper, you begin to see your breath in front of you.
That make a second one?
Essentially, what lays before you as you exit out of the tunnel is a massive cavern, which is it doesn't feel dissimilar to standing in Sklard's palace garden, but instead of trees and grass sprouting up from everywhere, it is crystals. And these are similarly cold to the touch.
So are these like hanging over us?
They are growing out of the ground.
How far to the base of these things of the big ones can we walk? It's because I'm just going around everything.
They are kind of like webbing out fairly close to the ground.
Right.
So more or less, as far as you can see, the ground is as much as you can approach it. And then you see these other odd shaped objects every now and then.
Gee, I wonder.
Chance is going to kick it.
Why? Okay, it's fine. Never mind.
Like not like a like punt or anything, but like a kick with your foot to investigate.
Like a nudge.
Yeah.
Then
okay, I thought you meant that you were going
that's a better way of going than I suppose better way of describing.
I'm going to ask for a roll. It's going to be an investigation roll. And before you ask is not dependent on sight unless your feet have eyes.
Well, it's a good thing that that's only for perception rolls anyways.
It doesn't move when you buff it. But something inside, just below the surface, does begin to move, and from further inside the cavern, there comes an eldritch wail. This wail is echoed by this stone, these two, and a lot more. Then you can see they are all going.
I get the feeling I'm going to want to readjust these auras for more damage-related spells instead of just light radius. You don't realize how far light can see until you put it on the freaking map.
Sword is getting drawn.
What on earth is that from? Oh.
Chance is very carefully about.
You see a large insectoid tailed shape skittering down from one of the larger crystal shards. It screeches at you, and all around the eggs begin to hatch. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So I think
it's holding a thing. It's clearly able to be talked to. It's clearly intelligent. Therefore, Sunny can make friends with it.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh god, no. Anyway.
Too bad I am within 40 feet and I'm going to attack it. Wait, I'm not within 40 feet. Oh no!
Hubris.
Fortunately, I'm
You're a
within 5
monk.
feet.
You can dash as a bonus action.
I can, but it's going to take up.
I'm within blocking range.
Technically, I can get as far as there.
You know, just before we go, we could always roll up a lovely initiative.
I would love that.
Yeah, why not? Let's see
boy.
what let's remind ourselves what the problems are we're going to have tomorrow. Wow. My dice fucking hate me.
Pretty average.
Yes.
It's made of ice.
Although technically below average, but
Sunny is just going last, period.
Aha.
Wait, how tall are the insects that are hatching?
No, wait! There are two of them that go after Sunny! Woo! Sunny gets to find out if they're enemies before he attacks. and then attack.
I can't wait to take the dash action, run at this thing, and then attack it with fire.
Oh, at least Ollie rolled well.
I also rolled well.
Oh,
I never
Jesus.
roll initiative well, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Oh, what's your dexterity? Julie?
My mom just mocked you. She's in the living room and she just mocked you so hard.
Please share.
My dexterity is...
You guys have the same dex.
Is a 4.
Yeah, it's 18.
So, it's actually possible Arazid may be going before Chance.
Yes.
So
Do you want us both to roll a d10 to decide the second decimal?
I'd like a d20, please, from the pair of
20?
you.
Solid. Hey.
PogChamp.
First action before Chance tries to ruin everything by killing it.
Arazid gets full-on promoted to top of the leaderboard. GG.
Sorry?
Arazid, you won the roll-off. So
You
you
get to
actually go
decide
first next week.
You get to decide if our first action is going to be diplomacy or any reason to kill us all.
I don't know if
Or
Eric's ready for
diplomacy
this
that acts as a reason
responsibility.
to kill us all.
Thank you all.
But he reacts first, but he does not react first. He just reacts, you know.
We'll come to that, because I
Your
want to
panicked
see
flinching
everyone's
has
reactions.
ascended you to the something of moving fast. You've harnessed the power of panicked flinching to speed up your movements.
Yes.
It's the best I got. Deal with it.
Now is the time to fight ice monsters. Well, next week shall be.
I'm sorry, the light cleric is fighting ice monsters.